Imagine standing on the biggest red carpet in Hollywood, lights flashing, cameras rolling, and every word you say instantly broadcast to millions. Now imagine asking one of the hottest young actors in the world a question so awkward, so unexpected, that people are still replaying the clip months later. That's exactly what happened to Julianne Hough at the 2025 Oscars, and just recently, she admitted it wasn't just awkward. She called it the most cringe moment of her entire life. The moment went down on the Oscars red carpet in March 2025. Julianne Hough, co-host of Dancing with the Stars, had just stepped into her role as a red carpet correspondent. When she got her chance to talk to Timothée Chalamet, the 29-year-old star of Dune and a complete unknown, she decided to keep it light. So she asked, "Do you have any go-to-dance moves?" The problem? Timothée didn't exactly know how to answer. He paused, looked slightly puzzled, and then flipped the question back on her, do you? What followed was a mix of body rolls, laughter, and a quick wrap-up that instantly set the internet on fire. Clips of the exchange spread across TikTok within hours, with fans calling it the most random Oscars interview ever. Some people couldn't stop cringing, others found it hilarious, and the awkward chemistry between the two turned into meme gold. Months later, Julianne finally addressed the moment head-on during an appearance on the Chicks in the Office podcast. As soon as the hosts brought up that Oscars interview, she dropped her head into her hands and started laughing. Then she admitted, without hesitation, that it was the most cringe moment of my life. She explained that even during the exchange, she could sense Timothée was thrown off by the question, and looking back now, she still feels a wave of secondhand embarrassment. But instead of shying away from it, she owned the moment with a sense of humor. Laughing it off, she basically said, "Yeah, it was awkward, but at least it gave people something to talk about." That honesty made the podcast clip go viral on its own, because not many stars would openly admit to feeling embarrassed at such a high-profile event. When the interview first hit the internet, fans couldn't agree on how to feel. Some roasted Julianne for asking what they called a random and out-of-place question on one of the most prestigious nights in Hollywood. Memes popped up with captions like, "This is me trying to small talk at work," turning the clip into a punchline. But others quickly came to her defense. They pointed out that Julianne is a professional dancer, so asking about dance moves wasn't just random, it actually made perfect sense coming from her. To them, the moment was playful and harmless, and they felt the internet was being way too harsh. This split reaction is exactly why the clip kept circulating. The debate wasn't just about the awkwardness. It was about whether Julianne was unfairly criticized or whether she truly created one of the most cringeworthy interviews in Oscars history. And with Timothée's deadpan responses fueling the comedy, the internet couldn't resist running with it. Of course, what really sealed the moment was Timothée Chalamet's reaction. He didn't laugh it off, he didn't roll his eyes, he just froze for a beat and flipped the question back at her with a simple, do you? That tiny bit of confusion made the exchange 10 times funnier for viewers at home. Then, after Julianne launched into her body rolls and playful energy, Timothée gave her one of the most non-committal replies ever, "Okay, facts, fair." It was short, awkward, and completely in character for the actor who's often known for being a little unpredictable in interviews. But here's what made it even more fascinating, this wasn't just a random night for Chalamet. He was making history at those Oscars, becoming the youngest two-time Best Actor nominee since James Dean. So while the internet replayed his puzzled face from the red carpet, he was on the verge of cementing himself as one of the defining actors of his generation. That contrast, the rising legend versus the viral cringe, gave the whole situation an even bigger spotlight. Instead of running from the embarrassment, Julianne turned it into a kind of personal motto. On the podcast, she explained that her mindset now is simple: be cringe. In her words, if you're being cringe, it means you're at least putting yourself out there. And to her, that's better than playing it safe and never risking those awkward moments at all. It's a surprisingly refreshing take, especially in an industry where every star is pressured to look perfect, act perfect, and never slip up on camera. By embracing the awkwardness, Julianne connected with people who know what it feels like to say something weird at the wrong time or to watch back a clip of themselves and think, "Why did I do that?" That relatability helped the story spread even further, because fans weren't just laughing at her anymore, they were laughing with her. And that subtle shift changed the narrative from pure cringe to something a lot more human. While Julianne's moment dominated social media, the bigger story on the Oscars stage was Timothée Chalamet's historic achievement. He didn't take home the Best Actor award. That honor went to Adrien Brody for The Brutalist, but Chalamet still made history as the youngest two-time Best Actor nominee since James Dean. Later that night, a video surfaced of his high school drama teacher, Harry Schiffman, sharing a heartfelt message. He praised Timothée for his artistry, wit, and passion, telling him to take it all in and to always remember Bob Dylan's words. Keep a good head and always carry a light bulb. Moments like this reminded fans that while the red carpet cringe gets laughs, the real story was a young actor cementing his legacy. This contrast between Julianne's viral awkwardness and Chalamet's historic night made the clip even more shareable. People loved the humor, but they also respected the talent and history unfolding behind the scenes. So why did this clip explode online? It's a perfect storm of awkward humor, star power, and relatability. Julianne's unfiltered reaction made viewers laugh, Timothée's confused expressions added the comedic punch, and social media amplified every second with memes, TikToks, and fan reactions. The moment also tapped into something everyone can relate to, saying something weird in front of people and instantly wishing you could take it back. Add the glamour of the Oscars and a superstar actor making history, and suddenly a short, awkward interview became a global conversation. Even months later, people are still watching, sharing, and debating it. That's the kind of content that keeps audiences clicking and talking, long after the awards ceremony has ended. In the end, Julianne Hough's Cringe Oscars moment isn't just a funny clip, it's a reminder that even celebrities have awkward, human moments. She turned embarrassment into relatability, showing that it's okay to stumble, laugh at yourself, and still come out confident. Timothée Chalamet may have made history on stage, but Julianne's brief red carpet exchange made history online, proving that viral moments don't always come from awards or speeches, they come from authenticity and a little unexpected awkwardness. So the next time you feel embarrassed or out of place, remember her words, be cringe. At least you're putting yourself out there. And in Hollywood, as in life, sometimes that's the most memorable thing you can do.